Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Lived and Told. Today I got here my good friend Tracy.
What's up?
Tracy, do you want to give a quick introduction of who you are and why you're here?
I'm Tracy. I'm here because Maddie told me to be here, so here we are.
For full disclosure, this came up when Tracy and I had a conversation around tattooing, which is obviously the topic of the episode today, and more around getting into tattooing. And then while we were going back and forth a little bit, I was like, you know what, this would be a really cool episode podcast to have on. So that's why she's here.
Mm-hmm.
Icebreakers is the way I've started the show the last couple of episodes, so
Okay.
We'll go through it. What's the best book or best movie that you've seen or read?
Ooh. I've just re-entered my reading phase right now. So
Yeah.
I just read this book called Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo.
Seven
Do you
Husbands.
read?
I do, but I read non-fiction.
Is that real stuff?
Non-fiction is not real stuff.
Okay, so yeah, I read like fake shit.
Okay, yeah.
So this, I don't know if you would want to like read it, but this book was so good. Like I finished reading it and I was gobsmacked. Like I felt depressed.
Is there like
After
multiple parts to it? Like is there like a trilogy or not trilogy,
Yeah.
but like a series of books, like kind of like
So-
Harry Potter and stuff like that?
Oh no. So it's just a
Yep.
one-off, and it's about this lady named Evelyn Hugo.
Yep.
And she's telling like an autobiography of her life because she was like a famous actress.
Yep.
And she had 7 husbands.
Oh wow.
And she goes through, and like each chunk of the book goes through each husband and how she went to each husband and all that shit. Then you're like, how do you have 7 husbands, right? But
Yeah.
then as you go through it, you're like,
It makes sense.
yeah, that was really, really good.
Yep.
In terms of what I read recently, yeah.
Yeah.
I read that on my work break. It was really good.
If you had dinner with 3 people, dead or alive, who would they be?
RuPaul. Do you know who RuPaul is?
Rude Paul?
RuPaul.
No, I don't know.
RuPaul is a drag queen.
Okay.
I think that'll be fun. Alive, not dead.
Yep.
Let's think of someone dead. I don't know. That's a hard one. Wait, do you know who?
For you?
For you. Who would you choose?
Oh,
You can also go like celebrity or like an actual person that you know too.
I'll give one person.
Okay.
I'd like to see, or have dinner with, I should say, Michael Jordan.
Okay.
Yeah.
That would be crazy. But then also having a dinner with celebrity would be really scary. So I don't know if I want to do that. Because I'm like,
So you got one person.
that's too scary. Okay. Dead or alive, I would love to have dinner with Lisa Mayo.
Yeah.
You know where to find me, girl. And I don't know.
I thought you said Tate McRae.
No, I wouldn't be able to sit there.
As in, like, you just...
How am I going to sit there and have dinner with Tate McRae? Like, be for real.
What would you, like, hug her or, like...
No, I wouldn't. I would just
what
be
you-
starstruck. I'll be like speechless.
Oh, it's still done with dinner.
And then I want to be eating in front of Tate McRae. I'll be like, no, don't look at me. No, that would be too scary. It's like, yeah, it's like a meeting like your favorite soccer player.
Oh, yeah,
It's a
100%.
bit too much.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Yeah.
you got to keep them, you know.
It's
away.
better from a distance,
Yeah,
maybe.
just never meet them. Yeah,
I was saying, be careful of, like, meeting your celebrities. They could
Yeah,
be, they could be really mean or, like,
exactly.
they could be not...
Never meet your idols or some shit like
they,
that.
they never could be the person that you're
Exactly.
expecting. Yeah, 100%.
And then it ruins the idea of them in your head.
And we'll come back to the third person then, maybe later on. What's
Okay.
your favorite tattoo on yourself? You got multiple, maybe more than multiple. I don't know what the...
I got a couple on me. Favorite, it's hard because I feel like I would choose one and I can always change it.
Yeah.
Because then I'm like, oh, what about this one?
All right.
But I do really like this astronaut. If you
Interesting.
can you see it? I got this a couple years ago, and I just like space stuff.
Yeah.
So I got that astronaut a while ago. She got some watercolor in there, which is still alive.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Does it mean anything astronaut, or is it more
Oh
just
my
like
God.
you think it's cool and...
No. I just was like, I want to get an astronaut tattoo, and I hit up this artist who had a really cool style. So like this style I have a lot of different styles.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just got that one.
Yeah.
Lisa knows this one. I also showed her. And I think we showed you.
Yeah.
It's an otter with a penis head. That's one of my favorites because it's also one of my favorite artists too.
Yeah.
So that's also a fun one.
Multiple of those, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
All right, that's awesome. So, as I said at the start, the idea and the concept for this episode was around tattooing and being a tattoo artist, and who better than in my life than Tracy to talk about it? You've been a tattoo artist for 4 years now, honestly.
4 years in the industry, but like 3 years tattooing.
3 years tattooing, yeah. And what were you doing in that first year?
First year is like just being an apprentice.
Yeah.
You don't actually tattoo until at least a year or so in.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So when I was researching for this episode, I should say, I was looking at all the different states and like the regulations or the, I guess, training or education that you need for it. And when I looked into, New South Wales, Queensland, you need a license for it.
Mm-hmm.
However, in Victoria, that's not the case. You kind of
Yep.
just need to register yourself and your business with the local council, go through all that regular business practices, health and safety. Is that what it's like here, or is it different? Or can you walk us through what it takes to go from, a person that isn't a tattoo artist, to being a fully fledged tattoo artist?
That's actually true. So, yeah, Victoria, there's no regulations whatsoever. So anyone can be a tattoo artist.
Yeah.
It's just a title. Like
Yeah.
you can change your Instagram bio right now to like Maddie Huyen, tattoo artist.
Do all the health and stuff.
And no one will say anything because we have no regulations, which is, I guess, a downside. Because when you go to Sydney or you go to Queensland, you need to have a tattoo license that you pay for. The same way you would pay for like a car license.
Yeah.
It lasts you however many years. It costs you, $700 or whatever.
Is there like a test you need to do? Like,
I'm not too sure. I know they do background checks, like really heavy on your background checks.
Oh, really?
That's all I know because I actually don't know that the steps to it.
Mm.
And then you have to like renew it. And I know that the steps to get a license takes ages.
Yeah.
So like when you're a tattoo apprentice in Sydney, you would apply for a license as you start your apprenticeship.
Yeah.
And then by the time you actually like start tattooing, your license is like approved. Like it takes ages.
Okay.
But we didn't have that in Melbourne. So I guess it's kind of good, kind of bad. Good because like anyone can become a tattoo artist, but also bad because anyone can become.
Yeah, exactly. They're not as thorough.
Yeah.
But yes, in Victoria, how would you walk me through? How would you become a tattoo artist besides changing your Instagram bio?
Changing your Instagram bio. Is it how do you get an apprenticeship?
Probably both. Probably a mixture of what the practical answer is, but also maybe delve into a bit more, what you went through and how you went through that first year of being an apprentice, and then the 3 years that followed since.
Yeah. So like tattoo apprenticeships aren't like state recognized or anything. There's no RTO number. You can't get a cert. You can't go to.
What's an RTO number?
RTO is just a number that you have for like trades and shit.
Okay.
So if you're gonna do like a cert 3 in fitness, there's usually like an RTO number.
Yep.
3867, whatever it is, and it's like legit and it's like accredited.
You got a certificate and everything.
Yeah. Like tattooing is not that.
Mm.
So when we say apprenticeship, people are like, oh, how long is it? There's no timeline.
Okay.
The timeline is between you and your mentor. When they say you're ready, basically.
Do you have to get a mentor?
Probably best.
Yeah.
Because I think there are so much things you can learn online. There's like online tattoo schools and people showing you tips and advice and all that. But it's hard to learn something that is so hands-on just in video.
Yeah.
Like before I got my apprenticeship, I was watching a lot of videos and like trying to learn how to tattoo and just like get a little bit of information about it.
Yeah.
But then once you're actually like doing it in person, it's like there's so much more to it than just explaining it in video. It's like, how do you explain depth of a needle or certain angles of a needle without actually physically seeing it in person and actually doing it yourself?
Yeah.
But if we're going back to like how to get into it, I did a lot of research. I personally did a lot of research. I was researching like, not researching tattoo apprenticeships because I knew that to get one, you just had to go into a shop and get one. Like you can't like Google, how to
tattoo school.
Yeah, like how do I enroll and all that.
Yeah.
So I knew that I had to go into shops or go into shops, ask them if they want to look for an apprentice.
Yeah.
Or DMing a lot of shops. I didn't have time to like walk into a shop because that's also a lot of time.
Yeah.
But it also shows you put in the effort by walking in and showing him your portfolio. But I never did that.
Yeah.
I just emailed a bunch of shops that I liked that had like a variety of artists and also a lot of traditional artists, which is like the style that I do.
Yep.
Inboxed a bunch of them, just waiting for someone to reply to me and be like, hey, come on in and have a chat.
Yep.
Most of them, they will either won't reply, leave you on scene, leave you undelivered. They will reply and be like, hey, sorry, we're not looking for anyone, but good luck. A lot of people will say those ones, which I appreciate too. And then I eventually got a reply back from a shop who we were at the time in Avondale Heights. So local. They're like, come on in with your portfolio and we'll have a chat. And I was like, oh shit.
You nervous?
Yeah, I was super nervous because I hadn't actually been to this shop before.
Okay. You just knew of them, I guess.
Yeah, I knew of them and because they were local. So I started off with like shops that I really liked that was like, within 40-minute drive distance because I was like, I don't want to drive too much. And then I branched out a little bit more and I was like, oh, this shop doesn't have heaps of traditional artists, but they have variety. So then I went there, had the interview, and then that was my first in-person interview and it was my only one.
Okay.
Yeah. So and then I started working there.
At least you got 100% strike rate.
Yeah, I was like, okay, easy.
and then so you were there for a year?
So we were there, but then when I had started a couple months or half a year later, the shop boss was splitting ways with his business partner.
Oh, okay. So the two owners,
the two owners like broke up. So we were leaving this shop in Avondale Heights. At the time was called M9. And then we were leaving them to then Luke Dyson, who was my mentor, opened up his own shop out in Port Melbourne.
Okay.
So there was a period of time where we were all like homeless. Everyone was just working around everywhere because we didn't have an actual shop to work in.
When you say working around everywhere, were you going out to people's clients' homes to do the tattoo?
Oh, no, like different studios.
Oh, you're working in different studios. Okay,
So like 5 or 6 of us artists, however many they were all just, okay, in the meantime, go to a studio that you like or that you know of, work out of there until our shop's ready. So then during that time, because I was still working my full-time job, I was working as a PT and at a gym at the time.
Okay,
And then I was doing the tattoo apprenticeship was like part-time. I was doing both at the same time, I should say. And then I would visit them at shops on the weekend. So I'm like, okay, wherever you are, I'll come down to you guys. And then I'll get like drawing tasks at home because I wasn't in person with them, which is what I would have done inside the shop anyway. Like, as I was saying before, you spend the first year, you're not tattooing, you're not even touching a machine. You're learning how to clean up, how to set up a station, how to break down a station, like using sanitary guidelines because we are dealing with needles and bloods and all that. Heaps of drawing, just watching people tattoo, watching them asking questions. Fucking cleaning the toilets, mopping the floors, vacuuming. Like you become like a little bit of like an assistant, a shop assistant to everyone. And then you earn your stripes. And then a year or so later, they're like, all right, you can finally pick up a machine and actually practice.
Do you remember your first tattoo?
Yes.
What was it?
Is it on a human or fake?
Human. A real like legitimate. Someone's paying you for this tattoo. Like, do you remember your first tattoo?
With your first tattoos, you don't pay for them. Okay. So again, there'll be like common misconceptions of tattooing is like you start tattooing straight away. You get an apprenticeship day one. So you finally start tattooing. I think the first month or two, it was free tattoos. So everyone that came in and we advertised it. Everyone wants to get a tattoo was for free.
Oh, wow.
So 2 months for free. So at this point, you're like a year or so in, made $0. Made $0. Hence why I worked at the gym.
Okay,
I'm not that rich. I'm not going to work. I was like, I need to make money. So you make $0 and then you upgrade to $50 a piece. And it can be, small to palm size tattoos, $50 a pop. And then maybe a month or two later, as you get more experience, it's maybe $50 an hour, or now it's $100 a piece. And then you keep working up until eventually you're almost about 2 years in total, about tattooing for a year or so.
Okay.
And now it's like you can charge, your minimum rate of whatever it is. So it's a very long process. To actually make money.
So I was going to ask that, like, what was your background? But you covered it off there. You were doing PT. Like, did you, from high school in Australia, did you know that you were going to get into tattooing eventually later on? Or, like, were you going to, PTing didn't work out? Or, I guess, what made you shift into tattooing?
if anyone that knows me knows I do 110 things at once because I just like I get an idea in my head and I go do it.
Yep.
So when I was in school, I originally wanted to be a teacher, but that was like when I was young, like grade 2. I was like, I want to be a chef or a teacher.
Yeah.
And then I grew up, and I don't know what else I wanted to be. But then, when I was in like year 11, year 12, like when you like that make you start thinking about school.
Yeah. And for those listening, that's been you're deciding your next career path. So beyond year 11, years 12 in Australia, you then go on to college, university, whatever it is in your country there. But in Australia, obviously, it's university or other educational paths. But yes.
Yeah. So when I was thinking about it, I was either gonna do. I wanted to do like some like youth stuff,
like youth group stuff,
like I don't even know what the word is, but like not community service, but like helping with the youths. And then I realized I don't like youths. I also thought that they would like bash me. I was like, what if they're troubled teens? Yeah, and then like I get intimidated and they're like beat me up. I was like, I can't do that. Like they're probably gonna like swear at me, and I'll be like, fumble. I'll be like,
do your job properly.
Yeah, I was like, nah, they're not gonna be scared of me. And then thought about being like a physio a physio because I've always liked sports and all that.
Yep.
And then I also considered criminology.
Oh wow.
Which I actually did.
Oh,
so I went to uni and I did criminology.
Did you finish your degree?
No.
How many years did you get into it?
Years? Not even. I did a semester.
Oh, what happened?
And then I was like, I hate school.
Okay.
I cannot stand school. I was going to uni. I was like, yeah, I want to go to uni. I'm gonna do this. I want to become an FBI or some shit. Yeah, I love crime.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I can't go to school. Like, this is so boring. So I left that.
Yeah.
And then a lot of my mates and people were like, why don't you just become a PT? Like, you love gym, you love sports and all that. You love helping people.
Yeah.
Just go do it.
Yeah.
And then did my research, realized that I can do a whatever week course it was, face-to-face and online.
Yeah.
At the time it was in Essendon.
Yeah.
Really close. So I did that. And then, I was working PT for like 2-ish years or something.
Yeah.
PT. Then I worked at a gym as well. So I worked at Good Life.
Yep.
In Water Gardens. And then took a break. And then I ended up coming back to a different gym.
Yep.
And then I was a PT, but also worked there as like customer service or whatever.
What, a receptionist?
Hey?
The receptionist?
Yeah. Like that, yeah.
Yep.
And I did like group classes and PT there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy it? 2 years?
I actually did. I only left it because I was leaving to do tattooing. Yeah.
So I guess did it come up as like a passion, like you said, like tattooing? Let me dip my toes into that.
Yeah, because that was something that I didn't think was like possible
as like a full-time job.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because I've always loved art. Like I was thinking about it when you said that we're going to do the podcast. I was thinking back to like my origins of art and all that.
Yeah.
And I was like, I've always been drawing, like primary school days, after school, drawing, coloring, doing cartoons and that, drawing and making stuff with like shit in the house. Like me and my brother used to make stuff out of like cardboard boxes.
Okay. There's always like creative side to you.
Yeah. So like we used to, like, when I say used to, because we still do like wrestling. We used to make wrestling belts out of cardboard boxes. Dead ass. And like we would fight each other for it. Like, and I'm just like, what a childhood we had. Because like we didn't have heaps of toys. And I don't know if you would like relate to it. It's like, if you have a toy, your siblings will have a toy. But you don't have any siblings, right?
I have 2 siblings.
Oh, you're true. You do. You have sisters. But if you have toys, it's like you have to share them,
Yeah.
So like we made our own toys. So it was like we were either drawing, playing with our little teddies. We had wild imagination.
Yeah.
Making wrestling belts out of cardboard by using beer boxes. And then it wasn't until I started getting tattooed, and then I'll go to these appointments and you chat to your artist and all that. And then I told them, I was like, low-key want to think about getting into tattooing. And one of them, his name is Jason.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jason.
Shout out to Jason.
His name is Incredible on Instagram.
Yeah.
So he's actually my sister's tattoo artist from Sydney.
Yep.
And she's been seeing him for years. Yep. He's done most of my sister's work, and we've created rapport over the years. And every single time my sister would go see him in Sydney to get tattooed, I'll come with her.
Yeah.
just to be in the studio, just to watch him work.
Just to learn, watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always say I don't have any of his prints up here, but incredible artist. And then he was like to me, he's like, "Why don't you just do it?" I was like I can't. Like tattooing is crazy, bro. Like to me, it felt like saying like I'm gonna be F1 driver.
Yeah.
Like okay, so
it seemed really far away.
Like, relax.
Yeah.
And he's like, just do it.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, you know, umming and ahhing. And then he was like, you know, if you need a mentor or like need a shop, just come here.
Yeah.
And I'm originally from Sydney.
So
like in my head, I was like, I would move to Sydney to get an apprenticeship. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Because at the time, I didn't know how hard or how easy it would be.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I have an opportunity right here. Like he just said it.
Yeah.
Whether or not he was capping or not, who knows? But I'm like, I'm going to hold that against you.
Yeah.
Move, pack my bags, go to Sydney.
Oh my
but
goodness.
I didn't.
Oh, okay.
I ended up finding one here. So
yeah, okay.
So I guess he was one of the people that like pushed me to go do it, and then I eventually did it, and he's been supporting my career since.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So we're sitting here in your studio today recording this episode. What made you want to go out on your own? Was that always going to be the plan, that you know, do your apprenticeship, work as part of a group, team, and then do your own thing, or did it kind of just organically happen?
Being in a studio is really fun.
Yeah.
It is so fun. Like every day when you know, the days you do go in, it's just like you go in, you see your mates, and you're all just there slinging. So you're just tattooing.
Yeah.
You're just having a yap, having a yarn, and then you realize like you're actually working. And like the studios that I've been in, like I've been in 2 studios, but each of them have moved to different locations. But I've also met a lot of people along the way.
Yeah. And
like people that I'm like considered as really good friends now too.
Yeah. And
it's like such a great environment to be in, because you get to meet a lot of new different artists. Like there might be guest spots and all that, and then like artists that you've, you know, from interstate or international artists.
Yeah.
But in my head I was like, I would stay in a shop, or if like a really close friend of mine that I met through tattooing opened their own shop, like I used to have literally like dreams where I would open a shop up with a couple of my other mates, and it would just be us girls. So other mates being Tattoos by Winnie and Kat. Her name's Tattoo Kitty Cat on Instagram, both of them. And I was like, imagine if us 3 just open a studio, like that would be the best. But it's also like, I think, well, me and Lisa spoke, it's like never go into business with your friends. Yeah. So I guess we never did that. However,
has the dream died, or is it still like?
It's still there. Who knows? You know, who knows? Yeah. But I left the studio because, so as I was saying, I had always worked 2 jobs. So it was like a main job and then tattooing. Yeah. Tattooing, whether it's 2 days, 3, 4 days, however many days I need to work. Yep. Right. But when I went to Canada, whenever I did, I was there, you know, soul searching, and then I was like, I had like a minty bee, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to make money. I'm gonna leave the cafe job that I was now working. Yeah. And
so you moved on from PTing and tattooing to now working at a cafe and or hospitality, and then doing tattooing as well.
Because tattooing was always there, but it was always like, okay, what's going to be that other job that I work? That's at least I know it's guaranteed money. Yeah. So then I was working at the cafe doing tattooing. I was like, I want to leave the cafe, but I was like, oh, tattooing is so up and down. Like you can never guarantee that you're going to have constant cash flow because, you know, the economy. Yeah. Life is expensive. Yeah. Tattooing is a luxury. You know, everyone's going to be throwing out money to get tattoos, and like you also can't do much about it. Yeah. You know, you get your reschedules, your cancels, and you can't say no. Yeah. And being as like, you know, you put your head into the client's thoughts, and also as a human, you're like, well, yeah, no shit. Not everyone has the money to splurge. Yeah. So I was like, okay, thinking about my own life, I'm like, I need to do something about it. So that's why I then left tattooing for a bit. I was like, I need a little bit of a cleanse. I just need to take a step back. Yep. But during that whole time, I was still drawing. I was still loving tattooing. But I was like, I just need a little break. Yeah. And kind of refresh on what I want to do. Yeah.
Was it kind of like a reset because you got into the industry? You're now fully fledged tattoo artist. You've been doing the work, and now it's kind of like, all right, now that I'm here, what do I actually want to do with the next? Is that what you're trying to figure out?
I was just more like. So I think there was a period of time where my books were getting quiet. So I wasn't tattooing as much. Yeah. And I'm like, do I suck? Like, what is going on?
It's all the self-doubt.
You know, I was like, oh my God, I'm not getting any bookings. Like, you know, what's going on?
Yeah.
But then I would talk to other friends and I'm like, nah, I'm quiet too. Like I might get 1 or 2, you know, and there were a lot of people were saying that they were quiet. Even I have a cousin in Sydney and she was the same thing. And I thought she was booked and busy. She's like, no, I'm like, I'm dead right now. She's like, how are you? I'm like, I'm dead too, but luckily I have another job.
Yeah.
And because of that, then I was like, oh my gosh, I suck. I should quit tattooing. I didn't think about quitting tattooing, but I was just like, it's kind of scary because I'm like, I don't want to give this up. I spent all this time and effort to get where I was at that time. And that's like 2-3 years in.
Yep.
It's not something you can just throw away. I'm like, even if I tried, I'm like, all the skills and everything that I've learned is like drilled in my brain.
Yeah. All those relationships that you made, all those connections that you made along the way.
And this is what I was thinking during Canada trip. I'm sitting there by myself in my Airbnb, like, I suck. I need to quit tattooing. I need to get a new life, blah, blah, blah.
Oh.
And then I messaged the shop that I was at and I was like, hey guys, I'm in Canada having a meant to be, blah, blah, blah. I think when I come back, I'm just going to have a break from tattooing and just work full time and then think about what I want to do.
Yeah.
So I took a break from tattooing for a couple months and then I really missed it.
Yep.
I was like, I need to get back. And then that's kind of when I started to venture out on my own.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I would go visit mates at tattoo shops and like, oh, why don't you come work with us or come guest spot and all that. But also at that time, I'm like,
for those listening, what's a guest spot?
Oh, so a guest spot is like you're an artist. Doesn't matter what shop you are at, and you kind of just go to a different shop and you work there, whether it's for a day or a week or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So like a shop will have their resident artists, so the artists that are there however many days they want to, depending on themselves.
They got a regular fixture.
Yeah. And then a guest spot is like, you just hop into that shop for a week and you just work out of there. And you know, you do that just to suss out new environments, suss out new shops, whether you might have friends there.
Yeah.
I'll go work with you for a week.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and because like as an artist, you're all sole traders. Yep. So you can go anywhere you want.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you pay rent or you pay commission to work at a shop. So you can.
So no one's technically an employee of the shop or the company.
Yeah, you employ yourself.
Yeah, okay.
So like the studio owner, you just pay them to be there. They don't pay you to be there.
Yep.
And they don't. You're not contracted to be the employee or anything.
Yep, that's fair. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So but they're like, oh, come guest spot and all that. But because I now work a new full-time job, I'm like, I can't really just have a guest spot for a week. It's more like a full weekend.
Yeah, it's harder.
I haven't done it yet, but it might be something I look into.
Oh, okay.
Go back into a studio.
Something to look forward to.
Then that'll be cool, but not right now.
Yeah, okay. I think other things going on in life. You touched on it before, but I think I want to delve into it a bit more. What are some of the misconceptions of being a tattoo artist?
I think the main one, I feel like if you ever meet someone and you're like, oh, what do you do? I'm like, a tattoo artist. They think you're rich. Do you think that?
I think the conception is that they make good money. And I think with my own personal beliefs, so not anyone listening or watching it, is that a lot of people get, probably more than one piece, or when they do get one piece, it's quite a large one. And obviously sometimes they'll have color, not color. That's not the point to it. They'll have a medium-sized piece, and people charge in the hundreds, if not thousands, for it. So you think about someone that doesn't understand business, or someone just looks at it on the face value. There's a couple of clients a month. There's a couple of thousand. I don't know how much the materials cost, but surely can't be that much. You're making quite a bit. Yeah. So that's the conception I have. Someone that wouldn't have a business background would see. Yeah. So yes is the answer, the long way around. But that's my logic of thinking why people think that tattoo artists might be well off or make decent amount of money once you get, like you said, your experience, your clients, and you're doing obviously larger pieces.
I think that's the main one. It's like you're telling me tattoo artists like, oh, you're rich. I'm like, settle down. It's like, but you just did that piece. How much did you charge? You're like, example, $500. Like, you just made $500. But it's like, no artist, unless you work for yourself, no artist keeps 100% of the money you make. Okay,
so what does it go into then? This is probably the business side of it, like you said, your tools and equipment. But what goes into running a tattoo business by yourself? Yeah. So if you work in a shop, you either pay a percentage rate, whether it's like 60-40%. So you keep 60, you pay the shop 40%. Okay. Or 70-30. Yep. Or 80-20 if you're really lucky. Yeah. Okay. You keep 80, you give them 20. Yep.
or 50-50.
Yep.
And it's like, okay, so you made, example, you tattooed 5 times that week. Each of them cost $1,000.
Yep.
$5,000.
Yep.
You give him commission 40%. I don't know math, but you give him that much,
Yep.
right? And then the rest is yours. Or you pay a capped like weekly rate. So it's like every week you have to pay him $500.
Yeah.
Whether or not you're tattooing or not. Those ones I don't like. I'm like, no. Because what if there's a week where you don't tattoo at all?
Yeah, 100%.
You didn't have to pay it out of pocket.
But I guess, the business risk is there as well. They're like, someone else could be using that room, but you're...
Exactly.
But you want to use it,
Yeah, so in terms of us being rich, it's like, yes, we charge X amount, but it's because, we do have like shop rent to pay and commission to pay for. Obviously our materials, and it's also our time and all that too. But in terms of costs working for yourself, I mean, it's just getting all your materials and all your equipment. Because usually when you're in the studio, they will supply you with, all the small little stuff you don't think about, paper towels, Glad wrap, spray, liquids and all that. All those little things like you have to grab for yourself.
Yeah,
it's like,
okay.
It's whatever.
Yeah. What would you tell yourself if you had to start this journey again? Or to someone that wanted to get into tattooing? Well, I guess maybe not one thing, but maybe 2 or 3 things that you would tell them or tell yourself if you could go back in time.
If I was to talk to someone looking to start, I would say do your research.
Yeah.
100%.
Research into what? What was
just tattooing in general.
Yeah.
Like when I went in looking to get an apprenticeship, I kind of knew what to expect.
Yep.
So I knew I wasn't going to get paid straight out the gate. I knew that I didn't know in terms of timeline when I could tattoo, but I knew that all the work that I'd be doing inside the shop was not going to be paid.
Yeah.
So it's almost like an internship. Because I think internship's unpaid, right?
Internship. I think it depends. It depends.
Or like work experience or something like that.
I think work
experience
isn't paid, but internships are.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Whereas like you think about trade apprenticeships, you get paid. But it's like we call it a tattoo apprenticeship, but you do not get paid at all.
Yeah.
You get paid in knowledge, as they say.
Yeah.
Sounds like cliche, and it's like you get paid in knowledge. And it's like, ooh. And you can't put money on that, as they say. But
do you agree? Or is it overrated?
I don't know. I don't know if I would change that rule. It's like an unhidden rule. It's kind of just been like that since probably forever. I don't know. But you do get paid in knowledge.
Yep.
If you ask the right questions.
Yeah.
That's maybe another advice. Ask questions.
Yeah.
Good ones.
Yeah.
Show that you want to learn too. You have that opportunity to be in a shop with however many artists there is.
Yeah.
And if you're going to be there as an apprentice, don't just sit there and do nothing and just draw and you're in your own little circle. Get up and like look at what they're doing. Ask them what they're doing. Or, just ask more questions.
Yeah.
And then when you start tattooing, you can apply those things that you learned from them to your work.
Okay.
Or while you are tattooing, ask questions like, hey, can you help me do this, and that?
Yeah. Asking
questions is a huge one. And it also shows that you're actually thinking.
Yeah.
You're not just standing there and like brain dead. Research, ask a lot of questions, and I think is also just willingness to like learn and adapt, I guess. Like I think if you have the mindset of like there's always things to learn, you never really like master a skill. There's always room for improvement. There's always new things to learn.
More styles to learn.
Yeah, styles, technology, techniques, and all that. If your mindset is like, I've been touring for 10 years, I'm the best. F them all. I know everything. No one can beat me.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
Probably not going to last in that industry very long with that sort of mindset.
But if you're like, or you can be touring for 15 years, but it's like, oh, my apprentice just told me this and I didn't even think of it.
Yeah.
I'm going to apply this now.
Yeah.
Like having that mindset of like always ready to learn or take on new advice or new tips is I think that helps you grow in general. I think if you're just so close-minded about like new technologies and new age thinking, or I was like, oh, fuck all this new shit, it doesn't work, but it's like it's because you're like being old school about it. And I'm saying that I've only been here for 4 years. That's like baby in tattooing years. I've only been here for 2 days realistically. Like who am I to say anything? But
that's what you're saying.
And that's how I would apply it too. I'm like,
that's what you're saying. And
like I go to studios or I see videos on TikTok and Instagram of new techniques and all that. I'm like, shit, true. Like, let me try that next time or whatever. And it's cool.
Yeah. What was? I think you brought up before that willingness to learn. What makes a good tattoo artist? But then, what makes a great tattoo artist?
I think there is also so much to being a tattoo artist other than
I can draw.
Producing work.
I can draw.
Yeah.
I understand the basic concept of colors, etc., etc.
I think there's also like the customer service side.
Yeah.
And it's how you treat a potential client before an appointment.
Yeah.
How do you treat them afterwards? I think that what separates them good and great. It's like so they message you to get a booking, and it's like how do you talk to them, how you approach them, how you book them in.
Yeah.
How you treat them on the day.
Yeah.
And also following up on them afterwards and all that. And I think as a client, you can tell too. So there's like some people you might book in, you just message them, book in, they're like, hey, cool, book you in, done, go tattoo. You're just there, tattooing, done, see you later, bye.
Yeah.
You never see them again.
Yeah, they see it kind of like purely transaction.
Yeah, you're just there to tattoo. Like, I'm just here to do the job, see you later. Which is not a bad thing, but if you can just add a little bit more herbs and spices to it, you know, add a little bit of flavor, make it a little bit more fun. I think that creates a fun and like hopefully a safe environment for a client.
Yeah.
And I think that was something that my old boss was huge on. So Luke Dyson, anyone knows tattooing, you probably know his name. He's pretty well known.
Shout out to Luke.
I guess. And our shop was always like vibe.
Yeah.
And I think that's one thing I did love about the shop was just like you go in and music's pumping, everyone's just having a good old time.
Yeah.
And I think that was one of the things that a lot of the clients would say when they went into our shop. It was like, it was
awesome.
Just so fun.
Yeah.
You know, we'll go in and Luke's walking around just having a yarn. And then, you know, he's been just very chill, very laid back. And, you know, you want to make it, and you know, cracking jokes and all that. You want to make it fun.
Yeah.
I think, and in saying that, obviously, just because you're having fun and you're creating a safe space doesn't mean you're a great artist.
Yeah.
It's just like an add-on onto it too.
Yeah.
But an also thing with being a great artist too is, I think, is just going the extra mile when it comes to tattooing. And I think in terms of transparency.
Yeah.
I think a great artist will tell you if something doesn't look right or a design doesn't fit your body or how they can change it to make it suit you, or doing certain little changes to make the piece better.
Yeah.
Not just doing it because that's what you want. And I think that's a shift too. So like if you ask me to do something on you, for example, and in my head I was like, I don't like it.
Yeah.
I think it should go over here. And I think we should change the wings or something.
Yeah.
But you just showed me, I want this. A good artist would be like, sweet, let's do it.
Yeah.
But a great artist would be like, I know you want it here, but I think it'll look better here.
Yeah.
And I think it will look better if we change it this way to follow the shape of the muscle of your body, blah, blah, blah. And then as a client, you'll be like, wait, shit, I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
And I think that also separates too. Because not saying I'm a great tattoo artist, but that's something I would do.
Yeah.
Like I'm always honest, like clients are like, what do you think? I'm like, honestly, I would not put it there. I would put it here.
Yeah.
Or this tattoo is made to fit this spot. It fits better. If you want to put something here, put something different.
Yeah. Okay.
And I think not just doing it, just again, not just transactional, like you want that, I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
But you put a little bit more thought into it. And then you kind of open their mind a little bit.
Yeah, okay.
And just being honest, because it's just like at the end of the day, you are putting something permanent on them. And you also want to be happy with what you produce.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't want to do a tattoo where I thought was just dog shit location or like just didn't fit the body. I'd always try to tell them something else.
Yeah.
And hopefully, and then if they really, really wanted it, like, no, like I really want this here, then I'm like, okay, I'll do it for you.
Yeah, okay. What percentage would you say those conversations go? So when you say, hey, I think it would look better here, or I would redesign it this way, what percentage of the conversation goes, yep, they'll kind of take on your advice and feedback and be like, yep, let's do that. And what percentage would you say would be like, nah, I'm adamant, I want to hear, this is the reason why, and you'd be like, yep, that's fine, it's up to you.
Almost most. I would say maybe like 90 to 10%. 90
really?
being they've take on one. Yeah,
they might not fully take everything on, but they'll take on one or two things at least. Yeah,
most of the time, because then I'll be like, I'll show you. I'll put it on where I think it would look better.
Yeah,
and then I'll do it, and they're like, oh yeah, true. Because like usually when we're playing around with placements on the body, I'll always explain why I put things a certain way.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna put it here because there's, example, we're using a calf.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is something round. Like we're gonna put it more towards the center. The lower we put it, the skinnier your legs get, the more mushy it's gonna look, and all that kind of stuff. So you always have to follow the shape of the body, because you think about a calf, side angle, it's flat, but it's also round. So you don't want to put something all the way at the bottom where your ankle is, and then where your ankle gets really skinny, you're not going to see.
It thins out, yeah.
Yeah. So I explain it. I'm like, the reason why I put it here, or the reason why I'm putting it 2 centimeters away from your wrist as opposed to putting it right here.
Yeah.
I will move it away because, you move your wrist a lot, the wrinkles are there, it's going to fade. Telling them all those little things, and then they're like, oh, okay, I get it. Like, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But the ones where like they don't move it, it might be like
sentimental,
more like sentimental, or the position of a placement. So like whether a tattoo is looking out towards a viewer or them.
Okay.
But that's a preference.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
So it's like you do a tattoo, and usually you would have it facing outwards so the reader will see it.
Yep.
But I've done a couple where it's facing them.
Yep.
But that's not wrong.
Yeah.
Because I always say, they're like, wait, do I have it facing me or you? And I'm like, that's completely up to you. Most of the time, it's those sentimental ones where it's like, I want to be able to see it every day.
Because they're reminded by whatever it is
and,
that means something to them.
And that's not a right or wrong. I'm like, that's 100% up to you.
Yeah,
it looks upside down, but at the end of the day, it is your tattoo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This probably goes back to probably the misconception question or topic there, but someone that doesn't have a tattoo, conception is, you come in, alcohol, wipe me, you'll maybe draw stencil. We've had a pre-consult discussion about, what I want or what potentially you want on the day. You draw a stencil, you put it on, we kind of determine what the design is, what it looks like, and you get started. Is that, in a really simple way, how it works, or is it more to that than what my assumption is?
A little bit more. So most of the time, you'll get a booking, unless you do like a walk-in shop, which is when you just come off the street, hey, I want to get this tattooed. And people still do that these days.
The ones in Bali?
Yeah, Bali, or like you're on holiday, oh man, I really want to get tattooed right now.
Yeah.
Like they still exist, walk-in shops, which is really cool.
Are they getting rarer and rarer?
Not really.
Oh,
most shops still do walk-ins.
Yeah.
But it's, and those ones, it's like you just got to be able to do everything, because you never know who's going to walk
in. Yeah, exactly. You don't know what's going to come in. Yeah.
Which are kind of fun though, because like, I want to get this. I'm like, sick. Would you do it?
Would you ever do that?
A walk-in?
Yeah.
I want to do it when I'm like on holiday, but I always forget to.
Yeah, fair.
And I just want to go and shop and get something, or like there's just nothing there for me to choose. Like usually you pick from something.
Yeah, of course. Like, doesn't count long.
Yeah, or like you think of something already in your head, but I don't plan ahead enough, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But
walk me through the actual process of getting a tattoo.
Yeah. So you would usually message an artist like, hey, I want to get this done, whether you want to quote or you give them times that you're available.
Yep.
So message them, the artist will eventually reply to you, tell them if they can do it or not. Again, that's another thing about transparency.
Yeah.
I would never do a tattoo that I know I can't do.
Yeah, okay.
If you came up to me like, I want a realistic statue of Buddha, I'd be like, I can't do that. Also, I'd be like, where did you see my work that you think I can do this? Right? I wouldn't say that, but I'm like, I can't do that, but I can recommend you 5 artists that can.
Yeah, okay.
And then if they're like, no, I really want you to do it, I'm like, no, I'm really not going to do it, because I'm like, I don't do that. I've had a couple of times, I had someone, like a random, message me. He wanted to get like a Fijian traditional tattoo,
awesome.
Which is like Samoan tattoos. Cool. And
That's
I'm
cool.
like, I was like, hey, I'm not Fijian, so I can't do this tattoo. Like, there's symbolism. There's certain patterns mean certain things.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh no, but I'm Fijian. I'm like, okay, but I'm not. It's like, why would I do a traditional Fijian tattoo when I'm not Fijian?
Yeah.
I don't know anything about it. I'm not just gonna copy a pattern from Google and put it on you. And
that's super respectful though, yeah.
And I was like, I don't even know what that means. And I was like, I'm not doing it. And then he kept on asking me to do it, and I was like, bro, I'm not gonna do it. Like, I would get slaughtered if I did that. Like, that's
really?
It's just like me doing a traditional Thai tattoo, like the ones where they knock on you, and I'm like, I don't know what it means. Why would I do it?
Oh, okay.
Different if you're doing, writing in Japanese. That's different.
Why is it different?
Because that's not a traditional style of tattooing.
Isn't it?
So do you know like Samoan tattoos, like
Yep.
the rock sleeve and all that?
Yep.
Those are usually done by Samoan artists. You're not going to
Uh,
get a Vietnamese Australian girl to go do it for you, because
Yeah.
what would I know about it?
Yeah.
All those little patterns, the lines, the shapes, they all have certain meanings for them,
Okay.
and they can't just be done by looking at an image.
Yeah, because you don't practice in that style.
Yeah.
I've studied that
Yeah,
style.
and
to
all
actually
those
perform it.
traditional styles, like you sit down with an artist, you discuss what you want, and they will do it for you. They're
Yep.
usually free-handed on you.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because all that stuff is just
It's
freehand.
natural to
Yeah,
them,
yeah. But yeah, so you would message me.
Yep.
Hey
Tracy,
I'm
I
like-
would like a tattoo. This is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'll be like, cool. I'll ask, about what size, where do you want it, black and grey, colour.
Yep.
Get you a time, we'll book it in. Once you book it in, you pay a deposit.
Do you give them a quote beforehand?
Depends.
Okay.
If they ask for me for a quote, I'll tell them.
Yep.
But if they don't ask, sometimes I will say it, or I'll be like, oh, just let you know, it will be between X, Y, and
Okay,
Z.
so before they come, then
Yeah, but sometimes if they don't ask at all, like I low-key forget to quote them.
Yep.
But I usually try to, just so they know.
Yep.
Because it's good to know.
Yep.
Because some people also might be scared to ask how much.
Yep.
And then I'll just tell them.
Yep.
Pay a deposit. And then once that's all done, settled, now it's my turn to draw it.
Okay.
So, and that's the behind the scenes stuff. It's like, well, the designer has to get there somehow. And that's us doing, whether it's looking at their references, doing more research, doing color theory. So if it's a color piece, thinking about what color is going to work best, what colors will look nice, and it's also what colors will look nice in their skin. But you might not even know what they look like.
Yeah.
Right? And then you look at them, it's like this color might not stick on your skin, and everyone's skin's a little bit different.
Yeah.
So reds, yellows, blues, sometimes they don't heal up as nice on different skin tones.
Yeah.
And then you usually have the design ready to go. They come in, they see you, show them the design.
Yeah.
They might want to change the design. Like, actually, I want to change this, I want to change that. Done. Cool. We'll change it.
Does it freak you out? You're like, oh my god, I did all this prep, all this analysis, all these drawings, and now you want to change it. Does it freak you out or not?
Sometimes I get really nervous because
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god, what if I don't like it?
Okay.
Most of the time, it's like, oh, that was not what I was thinking, but I love it. And
You're
I'm
like, oh
"Oh."
my goodness.
Yeah, and like me as a client too, like my astronaut, I just told the person, I just want an astronaut. Sister, you do you. Like, this is your style.
Okay.
And she does like that real sketchy. I mean, when it was fresh, it was very sketchy and like artistic.
Yeah.
I was like, I just want an astronaut. You do whatever you want on my forearm. And then it came in. I was like, oh, I didn't know what I was expecting, but this is really cool.
This is awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. So then, like, that is fine. But if they do want changes, and they're like, oh, I'm so sorry, but like, I really want to change this, and it's like, just let them change it, because again, it is going on their body. Like, I don't want to tattoo it, and then they're like, oh my gosh, I really wished I changed that wing or something.
Yeah. Or
and you just change it. It's
different color,
and that's just a part of the gig. Like, you have to change a tattoo.
Be adaptable.
Yeah, you got to resize, make it bigger, change this, change that.
Yeah.
Change the whole entire piece if you have to.
Yeah.
If that means you get to tattoo that day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And then that's also what goes into what you're paying for. It's like you're also paying for the behind the scenes drawing. Sometimes you can be drawing for like a couple hours just to get a design in.
Oh,
like
wow.
some designs I'll be drawing and I'm like, I'll do it for one day, a couple hours, come back to the next day. And I'm like, I hate this, redo it. And you might redo something 4 times until you finally show it to a client.
Yeah.
So that's what you're paying for. You're paying for the time that we put in beforehand, designing it, preparing it for you, even doing bookings and all that, rescheduling and all that. Like, even all that kind of shit is annoying and confusing. But those are all little things behind the scenes just to get you into the studio before it even goes on your skin.
It's like the admin stuff that the clients wouldn't see, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to ask a 180 question now. So I'm going to focus still on the client, but I talked about I asked what's a great versus a good tattoo artist. What's a red flag or what's traits of like a bad client?
I've only really had one bad client.
Yep.
God bless. whether it's bad is open to interpretation. To
Yep,
me, pissed me off. I
Yep.
will say that to the camera right now. Pissed me off.
All
All right.
Don't name them, obviously.
I won't.
Don't name
I
them,
didn't go
obviously.
watch it, but
Don't name them, obviously.
doesn't matter.
But yeah.
So this client, I ended up blacklisting. I only have one person I've ever blacklisted, and I did blacklist them.
Yeah.
Because, and I actually knew this person, and that's what made it even more worse and I guess awkward because I actually knew them.
Oh, that sucks.
It wasn't like a random.
Yeah.
It was an acquaintance of sorts. So they would message me like, "Hey, I would love your tattoo, baby." I'm like, "Sweet as, what do you want to get?"
Yep.
Sends me about 5 designs.
Yep.
Or from Pinterest or whatever.
Yes.
I want these 5. I'm like, okay.
All 5.
All 5.
Yep.
At once. I'm like, cool, sweet. Which ones do you want to do first?
Yep.
Because, you know, we're booked in for like 2 hours. Okay.
Yep.
Which ones do you want to get? Which ones are like your top 2?
Yeah.
Okay, these 2. All right. We're about a week out from the appointment. Hey, actually, I want to get these instead. And it's a completely new set of 5 images. I'm like, where did these come from? Right? I haven't even seen these. I'm like, I already drew up your tattoos, your designs, because I'm like always prepared. As soon as someone books in, I'm ready drawing that design.
You always start thinking about.
I have like my designs ready to go like a week in advance.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I hate being like
underprepared,
like leaving it last minute. It's like doing homework last minute. I never do my homework last minute.
Okay.
I do it the day I get my homework.
Yeah. Okay.
And she's out the window, like done, back in my bag.
And you don't think about it anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So she's like, actually, I want to get these ones, and I'm like, gosh, but okay, we're still a couple of days out.
We can make it work.
Yeah. So now, you know, week's over, tattoos tomorrow.
Yeah.
I get a message the night before. Hey, sorry, I can't make it tomorrow. My son is sick.
Okay.
I knew she had kids. She had like 4 kids.
Oh wow. Okay.
She's like, my son is sick. And I'm like, oh shit, like that's completely fine.
Fair enough.
I'll be nice. I'll let you keep your deposit. Because usually in that case, I would take it. I'm like, sorry, you didn't give me enough notice. I'll take your $50 deposit. And that's why we have deposits, just so you can have something for that cancellation if you don't rebook.
Because they might not rebook, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rebooks in for, let's say, 2 weeks. You know, 2 weeks, changes the designs again.
To another different 5.
Yes. I'm like, okay, we'll do these ones.
Yep, you make it work.
Eventually, we actually do tattoo.
Okay, she's
I think I've done like 2 or 3 tattoos on this person.
Yep.
But they've cancelled on me probably 4 to 5 times.
Oh, wow.
And each time with a different excuse.
Yeah.
And I didn't know if those excuses were legit or not. And that's when I said open interpretation. But it was like, my son is sick. My other son is sick. My son's in hospital. And I'm like, I don't want to say that your son is not sick because who am I to say that? I don't know your kids. But if that is just like a lie, then that's really sad.
Yeah.
The one lie she did tell me though, where I was like, I don't know if you're being legit, but it was like, hey, sorry, I can't come in tomorrow. Like my ex came and bashed me and stole my money. And I was like, what? Yeah. I was like, first of all, stole your money, like he transferred it to himself or he stole your cash? Because I don't know what money you have. But I was just like, at that point, I was like, that's a crazy lie, if it is.
I mean, you got to give it a benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, right? And I was just like, okay, hope you're doing okay, sister. Like, geez, that's rough.
That's horrible.
But then I think, I don't know when, but I was like, at this point, I was just like, look, unfortunately, you've cancelled on me 4 to 5 times. You've cancelled on me more than I've tattooed you. I can't keep rescheduling you because it's like fucking up with my bookings.
It's draining you.
Like it's too annoying for me personally. And I was like, and I said that, I'm like, look, I'm really sorry. You're too inconsistent. Like I can't tattoo you anymore because you book in and then you cancel and then I'm not taking you deposits each time because I'm being nice. Yeah. I could have taken you deposit every single time, but I've just let that $50 just sit there. Yeah. You know, I'm like, you've been messing with my time for however many weeks for $50. Yeah. You know, so red flag or not, don't know. But to me, that was my red flag, was like constantly, I wouldn't say like changing the design was the red flag, but it was the constant cancellations, last minute cancellations, where you almost felt like there were lies. Yeah. Like you could have just said, sorry, I don't have any money, can I cancel? Yeah. And just book in when you can. But if you're going to come up with some new elaborate lie each time. Yeah. But
how did he or she take the news that you weren't gonna tattoo them anymore?
I think she was fine.
Okay.
We didn't talk about it.
Yep.
I do see her still sometimes.
Oh, do you? Oh, okay.
I'm like, oh my god. But we just didn't talk about it.
Yeah, that's fine.
But in terms of like client red flags, I can't really think of any
experienced
other than that.
Which is good. Yeah.
Yeah, like most of my clients have been good. I've had one smelly client, but whether or not that's a red flag, I don't know.
It's a hygiene thing, I guess.
Yeah. I was tattooing the ass cheek.
Oh no!
Have I told you that story?
No, you haven't.
Should I say it?
Maybe talk about it offline.
Oh, okay, yeah. Hygiene. I don't know if you're a little bit of a stinky winky, you know.
Clean up yourselves, guys, before you come.
Guys, I can smell you. I can see you. Depends on the body part, like ass cheek. Come on, think about it.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. What was the most meaningful tattoo you've ever done? A piece that you were like, wow, this actually means a lot to the person, and while I'm doing it, I can feel, I guess, in a weird way, maybe the emotion and the attachment behind it.
I've done a lot of meaningful tattoos, which is really nice.
Yeah.
People trust me with it.
Yeah.
So I've done a lot of cancer ribbon ones. So I'm not sure if you saw, but I do free cancer ribbon tattoos. That's
awesome.
like a little plug.
Yeah.
Because it's like
is that all year round?
Forever until I'm dead.
Okay.
I'm like until I'm dead, all my hands are riddled with arthritis, and I can no longer physically tattoo.
That'll be nice for a while.
Yeah, you know, because like, I've done a few cancer ribbon tattoos before I decided to do them for free.
Yeah.
And then October last year was like, I was going through my photos. I was like, I need something to post. So I posted up a cancer ribbon tattoo.
Yep.
And then I realized that it was like Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Oh,
I was like, oh, you know, perfect.
Just coincidence,
yeah. You know, a little ad. So I was like, all right, month of October, free cancer ribbon tattoos for anyone and everyone.
Yeah.
And then I posted it. And then within a day, I was like, I changed my mind. I'm going to do it for the rest of the year.
Okay.
And it was October, so it was only like 2 months left.
Yeah.
And then I changed my mind again. I changed my mind a lot, right? And I was like, do you know what? I'm just going to do it for free. I didn't even give a shit.
Do it forever?
Yeah, I'll do it forever.
Yeah.
So then I posted it on TikTok, on Instagram. I was like, whoever wants it, come get it for free.
Okay.
And it's no expiry. There's no gags. There's no tricks to it. Just come get a free tattoo.
Yeah.
So I've done a handful of those. And obviously every single one, it has been, whether it's for themselves or for a loved one, those ones are always really, really special.
Yeah.
I've done like fine line portraits of like a friend or family member who has passed. Done a couple of those.
Yeah. Angel
wings, signatures of people who have passed, initials.
Yeah.
Done a handful, and I'm just like, when they tell me, like usually they'll give you a little story behind it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I want to get the initials of my husband who just passed, which is something I've done. Or I want to get my dad's signature on my chest, or my dad or my grandpa's date of birth and some angel wings and all that.
Yeah.
So a lot of them I do get, and it's always like, you do that tattoo and then it's like, you don't want to ask too much, because I'm like, I don't, time and place.
Yep, 100%.
But you do that tattoo and I just look up a little bit and I can see it in their face, like the emotions.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck, like I don't want to look.
Have you cried during tattoo?
No.
Almost?
Clients have. I don't look at them, because then I'll get really emotional. I'm like a chain reaction.
Yeah.
And then I'll be like, oh God, do I stop? Do I keep going?
Just keep going.
I'm just like, oh my God.
Yeah.
But
that's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's awesome.
I haven't cried, but I do see the client, and then you can see the emotion, and then they get up, they look at it in the mirror, and they're just like, the emotions, you can see it, and I'm just like grateful that I get to do it.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I still do it, like tattooing.
Yeah.
I think it's that satisfaction of seeing a finished piece that you enjoy doing or really proud of doing, and it's also seeing the client's reaction when they're like, shit, that's way better than I thought it would ever be.
Yeah, no, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. How has technology changed tattooing?
Then again, I've only been here for 2 days, so
2 days, 4 years.
But I guess technology in terms of like AI and shit.
Probably both. Like, so I guess those are a follow-up question. Does AI have a role to play in tattooing?
Yeah.
So I guess probably both. Like, has technology changed, and has AI incorporated itself into tattooing yet?
There are people who use AI to design tattoos.
Yeah.
I don't do that.
Okay.
I barely know. I only just started using ChatGPT. Like,
yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know how to use this. I asked my brother, I'm like, how do I use chat? He's like, just ask him a question.
Yeah.
I was like, why don't just ask Google?
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah.
But there are artists, and they make it on TikTok, or they will say it out loud. It's like, oh yeah, I asked AI to create an image. So example, you want something crazy, right? It's like, I want to get a realistic scenery on my back with Vikings but with Draculas and riding horses. Some crazy shit like that.
Yeah.
And instead of you designing it, just get AI to do it, and then they use AI.
Yeah.
Some people look down on it. It's like, you as an artist should have the artistic ability to do it.
Yeah.
They're paying you to design something and to tattoo it. Why don't you do it?
Yeah.
But some people will be like, well, technology is technology. It's for free. Why don't you go use it?
And I guess from the client perspective, they're really paying you not for the design, they're paying you for the finished work. So
yeah,
if
exactly.
If you could skip one step, then
yeah. So it depends on where you sit on that.
Yeah.
I don't use AI to design. I'd just rather do it for my brain.
Yeah.
They might send me a reference from AI. They're like, oh, I got AI to draw me up this, and then make my own changes to it.
Yeah.
That only happened once.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, that's whether you want to use AI or not, it's completely up to you. But I think being able to design something yourself and tattoo it, I think it can't beat that.
It gives you more satisfaction as
well.
well.
It's like, I designed that. I designed that. That wasn't AI generated. I did that. Because at the end of the day, you're also the one that has to tattoo it. AI is not going to go pick up your machine and do it
exactly. It'll give you design, but
yeah. And then in terms of technology, it's also like machineries, I guess. This machine behind your head, like this is like, that's like real old school style. That's a literal tattoo machine. These two, they actually work.
Oh wow!
So that's what the tattoo machines used to look like back then. But they still do.
What's back then mean? How long ago?
Back then, like when tattooing first started, like American traditional tattooing back in the 1900s or whatever it is.
Oh wow! Okay.
So these are called coil machines. I say back then, but literally people still use these today. Like these literally still work.
Yeah.
There's these type of machines, and then there's also the new style where they're wireless. And then the same thing is like the old school style tattooers. The tattooers have been in the game for 20 years past. They will only use these ones because that's what they learned off.
That's what they're familiar with,
Yeah. And then they see a new gen, like someone like me using a wireless, and they're like, oh, ugh, you're using wireless. They never work as well as the old school stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just like, old school and new school mentality. And that's could be the same as AI. It's like, you just sound like a boomer. Like I'm the boomer saying, fuck AI, don't use AI, use your brain.
Yeah.
But that's the same as you're using wireless machines. I'm using this one that is loud as shit and has cords and needs electricity, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Wireless machine doesn't need electricity.
It's like our preference kind of thing, like, and what you're also exposed to, right? Whatever you're exposed to is what you're going to use as a preference. Yeah.
Wait.
So what you're exposed to, whether that be a wired or a wireless machine, is going to be what your preference is going to be, obviously. Yeah.
And these ones just like, they look cool, and that's why it's sitting on my wall.
Yeah, no,
I didn't use it.
I didn't know I saw them. I didn't know what they were.
Yeah, that's a tattoo machine.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is for shading, and that one's for lining. There you go.
Maybe a picture, but hopefully those watching can see
we'll
it.
See. Yeah, but that's what tattoo machines look like.
Oh, okay.
They're still used today.
On AI, and probably a similar kind of question: has social media changed tattooing for better or for worse?
TikTok is good. I think TikTok is a good one.
For marketing or for just exposure? Or
both.
Yeah, okay.
Like I post more videos of tattooing on TikTok. Don't know why. I just decided to do that.
Yeah.
I should probably put on my Instagram too, but I don't. Don't know why. But with Instagram, I find nowadays is so dead. I don't know if it's for everyone, but for me, like my engagement on Instagram is way less than it was like 2 years ago.
You talking about 2025 and then 2026, or more noticeable in 2026?
I would say like 25, so last year.
Yeah, okay.
So like if I look at 2024, I'd post just like a photo.
Yep.
Because I don't do much reels and all that because I'm so lazy, but I know reels get more engagement or whatever,
Yeah.
So you post a photo, you get however many likes, how many views.
Yeah.
Get traction, but nowadays I feel like 3 people will see it.
Yeah.
Okay, 3 might be a bit of a, of an understatement, but barely. Like just a fraction of what people will see it. I'm like, what's going on?
This is probably a bit off topic a little bit, but I was reading the other day about it, how 2026 especially, and we're in February now as of this recording, that people as a New Year's resolution are trying to stop scrolling or doom scrolling, or trying to be on social media. So maybe that's why.
Yeah.
Maybe it doesn't fully explain last year, but definitely this year why people are off social media a lot more. Probably a good thing.
Yeah.
For the most part, but I guess maybe for small businesses and whatnot, might not be because people aren't on their phones or social media or however they access it as much.
Because I think Instagram is so dead. I'm like, I don't even know anyone even sees it.
So that's why you prefer TikTok,
I guess. But it's also like you also see from like a lot of tattoo artists who they will post like a print screen from the Instagram. It's like, or your post has been removed because of nudity or whatever, and it would be like a tattoo of a back piece, and they remove it because of nudity. But it's like nothing is even shown, not even an ass cheek, nothing. Or it'll be a chest tattoo, then they will just remove, or they will shadow ban you. Shadow ban is like they just don't show your account on certain feeds for whatever reason. So there was like a period of time where I'm like, hey, I haven't seen this person post in ages. Go on the page, they're posting, but I'm just not seeing it.
It doesn't come up on your explore.
So then like Instagram, like, and that's probably maybe why I don't post on Instagram, is because like I'm like, no one sees this shit. I post on stories because I personally look at stories. So you see it there, but in terms of like actually putting something on your feed, I'm like, unless you're paying for an ad, I feel like no one sees it. And I think that's just Instagram's way of making money. It's like, you want someone to see your post, you got to pay $5. I don't know what they charge.
Fair.
But with TikTok, it's like random posts will go get, you know, more views, more likes. It might go viral. Who knows?
So you get more inquiries for TikTok or for Instagram?
Inquiries still come from Instagram, or they would follow me from TikTok and then message me on Instagram. Which I've had. But I just find I get more engagement on TikTok. But I'm not saying, you know, I'll get more bookings from it. It's just more people will see it. But social media is like, it is a free marketing tool, so you might as well just use it.
100%.
But it's like sometimes it can get annoying. Because like I was watching Lisa's podcast and talking about like Lisa on your podcast, talking about making reels and content and all that.
It is as well.
It's exhausting, man. I'm like, I barely do it. I'm like, I don't film stuff. Like I would film myself tattooing and do a time lapse and forget my camera's even there. I'm like, where the heck's my camera? Like
where's my phone?
Like, I'm like losing my mind. I'm like, bro, where's my phone?
And
then I'll just do like a voiceover because I'm like, I do not want to film myself like
in front of a camera like this.
Like it's embarrassing. And I'm like, I'm in here by myself, so I'm like, what am I gonna do? So, but like my cousin who is in marketing, she's like, you need to do more videos. So I do it on TikTok for her. Shout out to you, bitch. Her name's Fung. She's in marketing.
We'll leave that out.
She tells me, she's like, you got to make more content. I'm like, oh my God. So then, maybe that's why it's on TikTok and not on Instagram. But I should probably put it on my Instagram.
That can be your commitment after this podcast to post more on your Instagram.
I'll try, but who knows?
I got one last question / game. So I want you to name all the styles that you can think of, and in one sentence or in very few words, explain to the listeners and the viewers what encompasses that style.
What do you mean?
So, for example, Japanese style, what would that entail? American style, what would that entail?
Oh, shit. Okay, so my style is called American Traditional. Do you know what that is?
I couldn't name it, no.
Okay, so American Traditional is like first style of tattooing. So do you know who Ed Hardy is, or have you ever heard of the name?
I've heard of the name.
Ed Hardy? Yeah. So Ed Hardy, it's a brand now, a clothing brand, and they sell perfume and all that, but he was actually a tattoo artist.
Oh, wow.
So if you look at Ed Hardy's clothing designs, there's always some element of a tattoo on it. And that's what American Traditional is. So that's what I love. So that's like your skulls, your pirate ships, your roses, horses. Real bold style. So they're like the catchphrase, if you will, for traditional tattooing is bold will hold. Bold being just thick black lines. You know, so that's trad. Eagle.
An eagle,
Eagle. This is considered trad. That's a crane trad. Stuff that you can see from a mile away and be like, that is what it is.
That's American
Traditional. So that's thick black lines, whether it's black shading or colors, and we always stick to certain colors. So traditional coloring is red, yellow, blue, brown. Did I say yellow? Did I say blue? Green. And those are the main colors. You would never use white in traditional tattooing. So you will never have like the color white in tattooing, which is an interesting one.
What other styles do we have?
We have, so Japanese, there's different. There's traditional Japanese, there's like black and gray Japanese, So Jason, who I mentioned earlier before, he does black and grey Japanese, and that's like more like Oriental style. So it looks a little bit realistic, but it's also Japanese themed. So, you know, dragons, phoenixes,
awesome,
samurais, onis, and all that kind of jazz.
Yep.
Traditional Japanese is also bold, and that's like your bodysuits and your sleeves with, you know, the bright color peonies and your tigers and the wind bars and the waters and all that. So those like, you know, bodysuits and all that. Traditional Japanese. Whether that's done by machines or tabori, which is when they use the stick with the needle and they tap it.
Oh, wow.
And people do that still today. And that's how they used to do the tattoos way back when in Japan, when tattooing was a thing.
Sounds painful.
Yeah. And because I have a book on Japanese tattooing, and I actually read it, and it was like American traditional tattooing came first. And then the guy's name I forgot, which I shouldn't forget, but he went to Japan and then met up with this guy and then kind of brought over his knowledge of tattooing to Japan. And that's how American traditional and like Japanese traditional kind of came together and like cross paths. Which is the two designs that I love doing. There's realism. So realism is literally looking at an image and recreating and replicating it to look like it was photocopied onto your skin.
That's what you were talking about earlier as an example of like, you know, a portrait of like, you know, Vikings or whatever it is.
So realism could be a tattoo of Michael Jordan. It could be a tattoo of a family portrait, scenery or whatever. It's just something that looks exactly like the image. What other styles there? Fine line, pretty straightforward. Fine lines. I do fine line, but not heaps. Like my brain can't design fine line. Like if you're like, I want a full sleeve floral fine line design, I'm like, no, I can't do that. Because my brain can't think fine line. But if you're like, I just want a small bouquet of these flowers, I'm like, yeah, I can do that. Something small. What other styles? I'm trying to. Oh yeah, so that's like traditional Jap. And then that top one's like American trad. Black. Other styles. You know, you have your cultural traditional ones. So like I was talking about like the Māori tattoos, like New Zealand. Sleeves, Samoan sleeves. Everyone kind of has their own. Those are usually done by people of that culture.
That culture.
What else is there? There's this new one called like cyber sigilism. And that's like new age tattooing, and it's just like
what's examples of it?
Spiky shit. Like
spiky stuff.
Black spikes and chrome looking thingies. I do not have anything on it. That's a new one. What else is there? There's one called neo-traditional. Neo-traditional is like images, but they're usually like warped. And you're probably like, what does that mean? So example, if we're looking at that hanya right there, that's smack in the middle of my wall, that's a traditional hanya mask. But if that was in neo, the colors would be different. So their colors are more bright and non-traditional. So your standard blue, it might be more of a teal color. The eyes might be a little bit bigger, disproportionate to what it is. Whereas traditional, it's like structural and anatomically correct. But with neo, you can kind of have more fun with it, with colors, and also change the shapes and make it not look like legit.
It legit looks warped.
It's like you just put a magnifying glass and you can like stretch it out a little bit. That's kind of like new school, but not new school, sorry, neo trad. But neo trad's really hard, but it looks very, very cool. And they get to use a lot of fun colors and like bright fun colors that a traditional artist wouldn't use. What else? There's even
the last one.
Calligraphy. It's people who specialize in calligraphy. And like those artists are really cool.
What's calligraphy for those that
like
wouldn't know?
Any type of script. It could be anything. It could be like real gangster gothic fonts. It could be like old English, just straight cursive, and all of them can just freehand it.
That's awesome.
It's crazy. It's like you have a gap on your body. It's like, I want to get this writing in. They'll just do it on the spot. In any style you want.
That's awesome.
It's really, really cool. I wish I could do that, but I can't. But that's That's another really, really cool style.
Would that be the one style that you want to learn?
It would be cool.
Yeah.
But so many people do it so well. I'm like,
okay.
I shouldn't even bother.
It's a hard market to break into.
I do script. Like people like, I just want some script of a name and all that. I'm like, yeah, cool, I'll do it. But it's like those just large scale big ones, man. I'm like, let the pros do it. I ain't doing it.
Let the pros do it. Yeah.
Let them give it justice because I know I'm not. But yeah.
Not done. Well, we're going for only over an hour now, actually. So
yappy boots. Lisa, have fun.
No, thank you for coming on.
That's right. Thank you.
Probably need to turn this lolly jar into a swear jar, but that's fine.
I think I didn't swear that much. I reckon I kept it tasteful.
This is turned out. So lastly, how do people reach out to you? What styles do you do? Give a plug out to yourself.
So best is to find me on Instagram. So my Instagram name is TDOG TATTS. To spell it out, it's TDOG, no space, TATTS.
Yep, one word.
One word. TDOG TATTS on Instagram. Just send me a DM. Most of the time I'm doing traditional American traditional art, where it's black and grey or color. I love both, but I do dabble in with fine line stuff too, which I still post. I try not to post a heaps because then I don't want just doing fine line.
Yep.
But it's also, I don't mind doing it. I just rather not. But I will still do it. I'm not saying don't message me if you want fine line. I will still do it. But if you do want American trad stuff, like, hit me up. And yeah, private studio, so you don't have to worry about, the scary confrontational tattoo shops that you might have experienced.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Tracy. Thanks, guys. You made it all this way. Maybe comment tattoo down in the comments below. Feel free to reach out to Tracy, T-Dog, for your tattoo needs. Give us high ratings, comment, share, subscribe, and see you in the next episode.
Bye.